Well, the book, The Fight of the Crayons, I've written this book so many years ago, and it's because I used to go to the library with my children. Jeff is one of my children. Hi. And they were little, and all they wanted to do was pick out books that color with colors. So that's how I got the idea of doing this, and everybody loves it. So I had it published several times. I just wasn't successful for any publisher to take it on. So I'm just doing it on my own, and I've been written up many times in newspapers about this book and about other things, because I do other things too, as Stephen said. I've written plays, and I have a television show. So I've been invited to schools, and the children were delighted to meet an author. And we read the book, and it was very successful, and they were selling books.
And how many stars did you get on Amazon?
5 stars.
Can't do better than that.
That's the top of the line. Best review. I like
and it's got wonderful reviews.
Yeah, and it's a nice story, you know, about peace and, you know, not fighting, and that's a message that everybody needs today. And it's a good book for anyone. Would you say, well, like up until like 3 to 7 to
and then 88 and above.
And 88 and above, yeah.
There you go. The age group for the book.
Oh,
I made a joke.
Yes, it's timeless, and even adults love it, and even adults like to color.
Yes,
So
yes.
This is good for everybody.
Coloring is very peaceful today. There's a lot of coffee coloring and conversation events that go on today, and if you're looking for a great book to color in the lines to a nice story, you have Judy's Fight of the Crayons.
Mm-hmm.
This incarnation here has probably the nicest cover as compared to some of the earlier incarnations. I like that bright yellow color on the front of the book, and the way that it's designed is written in there. It catches the eye.
Newspapers and local.
Can you tell about the story, like how timeless it is as it pertains to today, with everything that's going on?
Well, yeah, this is like a timeless one, because in this story, every color crayon said that they had the best, and that doesn't go. Nobody's the best. We have to get along together. We are the best. And everybody they should give out these books in the war zone where people are fighting. Yeah.
Did you see the book turned into like a song or a little play?
A musical?
Musical, possibly?
Can this become a musical, The Fight of the Crayons?
This can become a musical, yes, and it become a movie, a cartoon. It has many, many possibilities, and also I made a play out of it, and in several schools they performed, and it's a lot of fun because the parents participate in it. You know, they make the scenery and the costumes, and they could have like a contest also, that who could make the best. There's a king in there who could make the best costume for the king. So endless possibilities with this story.
Book is it's doing well on Amazon, isn't it? Getting good traction.
Oh yeah, they're buying it. I already got a check.
Wonderful.
They're paying me percentage, and
Great.
they do it quarterly, Jeff.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, the library has a copy in the collection for people to look at, and it's a good book for the kids to have in their collection. Anything that you're working on lately? Any new books
Yes,
or?
as a matter of fact, I am. I am working on it's like a documentary. My mother had a cousin who was a very famous actress in Budapest, and I have many of her films, and I have a lot of stories about her that nobody knows. So I'm trying to like write it up and show segments of her films. So that's what I'm working on now. And but there's a lot of technical stuff which I'm very bad at.
Is that
I'm
is that
glad I
for
have
is that for a
here.
play or for a book or?
Well, I haven't. It cannot be a book because it's there's film in it.
Oh, okay. So it's more like a
So
documentary
maybe
film.
I'll just put it on tape like this, and then as I said, I'm not good at the technology, but I want to put it on like a tape like this, and you could put it on YouTube.
Yeah, we were talking about, was she the one who she got a contract at MGM and came out to Hollywood and did like two pictures in Hollywood?
Yeah, like one. Yeah, and her husband was a director,
Yeah.
also an award-winning director, and they came out here and they got because they asked them. Hollywood asked them to come out because she was so popular and he was an award-winning director. And unfortunately, she got sick very young and she passed away. But they made a movie, and it was called Fabulous Suzanne, and he directed it. I haven't seen it, and I'm trying to get that movie. I'd love to see it.
What was it? What was it
But
called again?
Fabulous Suzanne.
Fabulous Suzanne.
Fabulous.
I just had that.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
just
from 1946. Yeah, with
yes,
with Barbara Britton and Rudy Valley and Richard Denning.
yes.
Wow, that's a
Her
good
name
cast. Very,
her
very
name
good.
is Agaye Irene Agaye, and her husband is Seike Stephen. You on the top it says the director is Seike Stephen.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Of her top films, she had a movie called The Romance of Ida in 1934. Everything for the Woman. Her Highness Dances the Waltz, 1935. Had a lot of movies. Half Rate Honeymoon, 1936. And then, yeah, I see The Fabulous Suzanne, 1946. American
That was
romantic
here.
comedy.
Yeah, but she was she is she was like a number one actress in Budapest, and she was written up, like the cover of magazines and everything. So I just thought that it would be nice to remember her.
Yeah, that'd be great. They have a nice picture on Wikipedia of her
And
and a list of her films on there. But yeah, that would be something to look forward to. You know, because any form of Hollywood history is always nice.
I really feel that it would be nice to remember her.
Wow, and then
And
maybe you could do like a little film coloring book of her early career, and then
well, I had written other children's books. I just never had it published. I have a lot of children's books. This is the only one I have it published. And of course, I'm still. I didn't give up on the plays that I have written because, well, one of them is like biographical, autobiographical, but the other two are just fun and games. And I have to say that one of them is a musical, and the songs are melodious. And I just came from, where was I watching it on TV or on the internet? But on YouTube, I'm watching these Hungarian operettas by Kalman. His name he was voted like one of the most famous songwriter, not only here in Hungary, but and his operettas are still being played, and it's like 100 years ago. And what I'm saying is that his songs, that people went to see it from the very first performance, they just couldn't stop humming all the melodies, and they're still doing it. And if you would listen to my songs, you would be humming it too.
excellent,
So
excellent.
Did you ever hear of those Hungarian operettas like the Csárdás Királyna, the the Princess and Maritza Grófna? No,
No, they're new to me.
that's what I'm watching all the time on YouTube. Over and over. I think it's fabulous. No, I'm not watching the whole operetta, just certain songs. But if you go to YouTube, of course you have to go to YouTube and watch my program. It's called The Play is the Thing. I interviewed Stephen at least twice, and I interviewed Jeff, that's my son, and I always say you never know who you're going to see. It could be your neighbor.
But you've had celebrities on too.
I had celebrities, and some people have passed. I'm so sorry, but I feel very lucky to have met them and known them. Yes, we were going to have a memorial section, right, Stephen?
Yeah, for a couple of people passed away. Like,
But the more we wait, the more people.
Yeah. Not to get anybody coming back.
Yeah. So,
that's the great
it's
thing about YouTube. The legacy of a TV show can live on, you know, and the TV show is all
Right.
up there on YouTube for all to watch.
yeah. So it's been a lovely, lovely experience. I have to say,
Does
I have to
anyone
put another.
does anyone on the call have any questions for Judy? Oh, it looks like Diana has a question. How do you gain your ideas for writing?
How do you gain your ideas for writing?
Oh, well, would you believe it? I get inspiration. All of a sudden, I just get this inspiration. I have to put it down, and then I just, as I go along, I develop it. That's how. And of course, from experience.
Has your past influenced your work? That was the
My
question.
past.
Has your past influenced your work? How has your past influenced your work?
How has my past influenced? Well, of course, because I had written a play from my experience. It was like my life story as a child or a teenager, and because I wanted to write it as a story, but I just couldn't do it. I was in Europe during the war, and I was a sole survivor of my family. That was the Holocaust. And I made a play out of it. And I was trying to show the lighter side of how we children dealt with it. And the other two plays, it has nothing to do with my past. It was just a silly, one is a silly comedy. My cousin Miriam, I used to live with, she used to make joke of Gregory Peck. And she used to say, "Oh, Gregory, oh, Gregory." And I actually got the idea, and that's the name of the play. Oh, Gregory.
But Gregory's a parrot.
It's a parrot. And the other one is like a Hungarian theme, the musical. I saw a play on Broadway, and something, I think it was Shenandoah, where there was some interaction between the two generations, and somehow it touched me. I cannot even tell you what the play is all about, but it touched me. So I had written this play where the two generations.
And it's called?
It's called Georgie Day.
That's the name you prefer for you to say.
Georgie Day. That's the name you prefer to say.
So
Anything else?
that's excellent.
That's all I wrote.
So you got inspiration from was John Cullum in Shenandoah at the time? And that Broadway show? I think John Cullum was in Shenandoah, yeah.
As I said, I don't remember that play at all. I just remember it touched me.
A few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a time when I used to see every show on Broadway. I was, because I was married to a newspaper man, and they were happy to give us tickets to see shows so he could write about it. That's Jeff's father, Judy Sleed. He had a travel column at the Long Island Press.
Did you ever get premiere movie tickets to like early premieres of films? Like anything with like Charlton Heston that was just opening up?
Movie tickets, like with Charlton Heston, did you ever get premiere movie ticket?
No, I didn't.
So lie, say yeah, sure, all the time. We were good friends with the Hestons.
No, but we were invited to many cocktail parties, and I met a lot of celebrities and a lot of openings. And we were invited to a lot of nice places also.
We have a question. Have you changed any aspect of this current book And when did you write this first? When was the first incarnation of the Fight of the Crayons? Like around what time period?
Where was it? Where is the first publication? I had it here.
It was like 1977.
1977. And then somebody else published it because they thought it was really great. But as we find out, it's not enough to write it and publish it. You have to know how to promote it.
I guess the question she's
But a lot of money could be made from this.
has the work changed between 1977 and now? Is it pretty much the same publication, a little bit revamped, or was anything added to it for the modern publication?
No, it's the same thing. It
Same.
was. Look,
Because it's timeless.
it's timeless, yeah.
Well, I thank you, Judy, for doing this Zoom talk about your book. To thank everybody for Zooming in today and asking questions. And again, you could check out Judy's YouTube page. It's The Play is the Thing. And The Fight of the Crayons is available at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and wherever fine books are sold. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you,
Bye.
Stephen, and everybody else. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget YouTube.
Bye-bye.